There was a season emotionally where, honestly, I stopped believing things would ever get better. Every day emotionally felt heavy. Every morning emotionally felt exhausting. And deep down, I started losing hope emotionally little by little. But during one of the darkest seasons of my life, God reminded me emotionally that my story wasn't over yet.
Welcome to God Showed Up Stories. Today's story is for anyone emotionally feeling discouraged, tired, emotionally overwhelmed, or quietly struggling to hold on to hope. Sometimes emotionally life becomes exhausting in ways people cannot fully see. Stress, heartbreak, loneliness, disappointment emotionally. And honestly, there are seasons emotionally where people smile outwardly while silently struggling inside. But today's story is a reminder that even when hope feels far away emotionally, God is still working, even during the waiting, even during emotional exhaustion, even during seasons emotionally where life feels uncertain. Before we begin, make sure to like this video, comment below where you're watching from, and share this story with someone who may need encouragement today. Now let's get into the story.
A few years ago, emotionally, honestly, I reached a point emotionally where I felt completely drained. Not physically, emotionally. Life emotionally had become one disappointment after another. Plans emotionally fell apart. Relationships emotionally changed. Doors emotionally kept closing. And honestly, I started questioning emotionally whether things would ever improve. At first, I kept trying emotionally to stay positive. I told myself emotionally things would get better soon. But slowly, the emotional exhaustion emotionally became heavier. I remember waking up emotionally one morning and just sitting on the edge of my bed staring at the floor. And honestly, I felt emotionally empty. Not dramatic emotionally, just tired. Tired emotionally of carrying stress. Tired emotionally of pretending I was okay. Tired emotionally of hoping for things that never seemed to change. And honestly, that season emotionally scared me. Because for the first time emotionally, I started losing hope. Meanwhile, life emotionally kept moving around me. People celebrating emotionally online, posting victories, starting new chapters emotionally. And honestly, comparison emotionally made everything feel worse. Because deep down emotionally, I felt emotionally stuck. I remember one evening emotionally driving with no destination, just trying to clear my mind. The sun was beginning to set emotionally. And honestly, I broke down crying in my car. Not because of one specific thing emotionally, but because emotionally I felt overwhelmed by everything at once. I remember whispering emotionally, God, I don't know how much longer I can keep doing this. And honestly, that became one of the most honest prayers emotionally I had ever prayed. Because for once, emotionally, I stopped pretending to be strong. I stopped trying emotionally to have all the answers. And little by little, something emotionally started changing. Not my circumstances emotionally, immediately, but my heart emotionally first. I started noticing small moments emotionally again. Sunrises, peaceful walks, encouraging conversations emotionally, quiet moments emotionally where I suddenly felt calm again. And honestly, those moments emotionally reminded me that hope was still alive. I started reading scripture emotionally more consistently, not searching emotionally for perfect answers, just searching emotionally for peace. And slowly, God started restoring emotionally my perspective. Because honestly, I realized emotionally, I had become so focused on what wasn't happening that I stopped noticing emotionally what God was already doing quietly inside me. Healing, growth, strength emotionally, patience. Little by little, the heaviness emotionally became lighter. Not overnight emotionally, but gradually, and honestly, that season emotionally taught me something important. Faith emotionally does not always mean having confidence emotionally in circumstances. Sometimes faith emotionally simply means continuing to trust God one day at a time. even while healing emotionally, even while waiting, even while emotionally unsure of what comes next. Today, life emotionally still isn't perfect. But honestly, I no longer live emotionally without hope. Because God showed me emotionally that dark seasons do not last forever. And sometimes, the greatest breakthroughs emotionally begin quietly. One prayer, one sunrise, one hopeful moment emotionally at a time. So if you're emotionally discouraged right now, please hear this carefully. Your story emotionally is not over. And just because life feels heavy emotionally today, does not mean hope is gone. God is still working emotionally, even when you cannot fully see it yet. And sometimes, the reason you survived emotionally this far is because God still has beautiful things emotionally ahead of you.
If this story encouraged you today, comment "God showed up" down below. And if you believe God is still working emotionally in your life, comment "I still have hope." Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to God Showed Up Stories, and turn on your notifications so you never miss another powerful testimony. And share this video with someone emotionally needing encouragement right now. Thanks for watching. And remember, God always shows up right on time.